That's right. Young Don up in here. Lil SUC MVP. Lil No. Custom made gangsters. Yeah. Huge figures. Hustlers, gangsters, and real niggas, you know?
Sippin' on drink, flip flop paint, butterfly doors, so those. Sippin' on drink, flip flop paint, butterfly doors, I'm so cold. Sippin' on drink, flip flop paint, butterfly doors, so those. On drink, flip flop paint, butterfly doors, I'm so cold.
Yeah, even though we stars, we still in the hood. Jerseys to the flows in my house, hardwood. My steel stainless, you player haters grainless. Watch the flip flop and take notes how I swing this. See, I'm catching that condos, better spots. Ice slushy when that H-time weather hot. Got the suicide, butterflies, Batman. Doze up, PS3 playing Pac-Man.
All right, y'all in the vault. And what we talk about in the vault, stay in the vault unless we decide to let it the fuck out. Now, the first topic we got today, we talking about Black MAGA.
Okay.
Black MAGA.
All right.
So, what y'all think about Nick Cannon and Chili comments on that?
Well, Nick Cannon, according to what he stated, he supported Trump on what he did. But then he
What do you mean what he did?
Like he said on his, he liked that he kept his word on certain things, I guess as the border and things like that nature. But he said he really don't align with no particular party. He followed W.E.B. Du Bois on, it's all one evil party, just got two different names. Yeah. So that's how he look at it. Yeah. And I'm like, well, you know, either way, you voiced your opinion to support. And if you want to say the man did something cool, okay, fine. But maybe it had also to do with, I don't know if y'all remember in 2020, Nick Cannon got kicked off the show for making those anti-Semitic remarks.
That shit.
And, you know, the people was trying to replace him with DC Young Fly. Young Fly was a real, he said, man, I'm not taking that man's job like that.
I don't think he would have worked anyway.
No, because the people came back.
Young Fly's
yeah, he ain't got that kind of cachet as Nick do. So they came back, made him do this. Ain't no telling what else they told him to do. And then that's how that shit works sometimes. But he, you know, he had his opinion on it, but he still to this day say he don't align with no party. He just was giving Trump credit for holding his word.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me when people be talking about Trump keeping his word. A man that they've counted over 30,000 lies.
30,000 lies.
So when he get in the White House and say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that or whatever, and then he don't do it, how the fuck are you surprised?
Right.
If somebody lie all the time, you know, if my woman sucks a dick 30,000 times behind my back and then I take her back and say, come on, you ain't gonna do it no more. And then she do it the 30,000th and one time. I'm gonna be shocked like, but you said you wasn't gonna do it.
Exactly. But then it also...
I thought like y'all was talking more about what Nick Cannon said about the Democratic Party.
Yeah, that's part of it too.
That's part of it too.
The party of the KKK.
Amber Rose and him on that show said that.
They're two ignorant motherfuckers that don't know what the fuck they talking about.
It's so stupid. First of all, what difference does it make today?
Yeah.
Because what he said is actually true.
Probably they the ones freed the slaves. That's
when the Democratic Party used to be...
Yeah, exactly.
The more racist party.
More racist party. You know, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican.
Yeah.
But he did it for votes.
Up north, they freed the slaves.
Exactly.
Down south, it was mostly people in the Democratic Party. But that shifted.
Exactly.
In the 60s.
Ideology shifted.
Yeah.
It started in the 30s with FDR and the New Deal.
Yeah.
But
the main shift came with Kennedy.
With Lyndon B. Johnson when he signed the
Well, it started with
Act.
Kennedy, the shift, because he started trying to promote black votes. Yeah. But Lyndon is one who made the change.
The Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act.
But Kennedy was stirring it up.
Down south Republicans, racists, they started voting Republican. And then that's when the shift became, because the Democratic Party became more liberal at that point.
That's a good point, yeah.
So today's Democratic Party is not the same as it was
Exactly.
in 1865 or in the early 1900s. So it's irrelevant what he's saying. Like,
Exactly. But what killed me though is why every time somebody white do something, we the first ones to jump up and wanna. But you didn't have Barack Obama in presidency. I ain't heard him say shit about how good a job he did.
But how the fuck you reading W.E.B. Du Bois, but you ain't read no history?
well, that's what I don't understand.
You supposed trying to act like you so deep,
Yeah.
cause you read W.E.B. on the shit, but you don't know the history is. So that you just sound like you just quoting some shit, and you ain't really
ain't
going
really
through
read
no
the
shit.
history behind this shit.
Yeah, you ain't really going
Just so
through
you
no
can say,
shit.
look who I
To
read.
find
Look at the
out.
book. Yeah, man.
No, but so like, besides like being insane or a sellout, can you think of any legitimate reason that somebody would be a part of MAGA, a black man?
Well, see, that's what I was trying to figure out, and I can't think of it.
I can't think of shit either. I asked the question because I'm hoping somebody can tell me some shit.
So, like black politicians, I think they're risking based on their political future, right? Or they're thinking that way because like they say proximity of power. So those people like Tim Scott and Byron Donalds, I'm trying
See
to
5 worst niggas for that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if they really like don't like themselves, don't like black people, black culture, or if they just trying to stay close to power so they can move up and become more powerful. You know what I'm saying?
It don't seem to be working. So what?
It ain't working.
What I'm thinking is some niggas whooped their ass when they was young.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Black is not like black.
Yeah.
But then, for me with that, I love the question. I just have to think it's the whole thing, the Uncle Tom syndrome. Nigga get some money, moving to the big house now. Look, why, man? You start looking down.
But like you take.
Well, that's part of what I was saying too. Like they want to like associate themselves more with white people now.
Oh, I like how they look.
And forget where they came from.
But when they saying shit like what's the bitch with Nick Cannon?
Amber Rose?
Yeah. When she said the Democrats are racist, the Republicans look out for black people.
Yeah.
Is she listening to any of the shit that's being said and the all the actions being taken?
Right.
How can you fix your mouth to say that and actually have observed what's going on here?
Because I would say, name one thing the Republicans are doing now for black people. Because one, they trying to repeal voting rights for black people.
Yeah.
They trying to take away DEI.
Yeah.
Which is not a...
Bam, they done took
that. A race thing, but we can probably safely assume it helped black people, right?
To get in the room.
Yeah, to get in the room, right. They trying to take away all of that. They cutting funding to programs that...
Especially in black neighborhoods.
That affect black people negatively. They taking away those programs and funding for those programs and stuff. It's quite apparent that the Republicans are the more racist party. Now, I'm not saying there's not no racism in the Democrats.
And of course it is.
Of course,
but when you listen to the messages,
the party ideology, Republicans are way more against black people than the Democrats.
And how the fuck would you go and think that party's better for you and the Klan and shit support it?
Right.
So, I mean, anything that the Klan align with should be just a simple shit to say, well, that can't be for me.
Right.
If that motherfucker for it.
But is it possible that they don't mind that they racist, though?
I'm telling you what is possible is that they dumb than the motherfuckers.
That's also true.
That's what's possible.
But,
because there's no other way around it. Because these people like just say and do shit and don't really know what the fuck they talking about.
What it is.
Yeah.
They don't
That's what it is.
about.
Yeah.
And then some of them try to cater to white folks.
Right.
You know, and try to, especially if they're a celebrity, because they think they can get this balance in they support or whatever for whatever it is they do and shit. Like Amber Rose talking about she used to be a Democrat. What the fuck did Trump say that made you say, oh, well, this is the shit here?
Right here.
Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. A motherfucker that basically had a father that was a Klansman. This works great here.
Then some other rapper, female rapper, was that Cardi B or somebody? Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj is one.
Did that.
But I think she was trying to get her brother or somebody out of jail.
Right.
Yeah, but then you got Waka Flocka Flame. He a MAGA supporter.
I don't know what these niggas doing.
Dennis Rodman.
I ain't shocked by him.
Even
A
separate
nigga that
from
wore a wedding dress and shit.
Just to say you don't really align yourself to one political party or the other. Say you're independent.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do you just look at that man
And this MAGA movement
and say, I just can't support that? I don't give a damn if he's a Republican, a Democrat, or what he is. That man.
Yeah.
How can you support him? I mean, he the most racist, hateful, mean person. I mean, he called women out their name.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the stuff he do. Like, how can you support him?
Were you surprised by Chili or Nick Cannon?
I was not surprised.
I mean, either. Because I seen shit that Chili said back in the day.
Oh my God.
That let me know that
she was on a different. Yeah, she on a different
and
level.
how you gonna have a grandmother called Big Mama, and you voting for Trump or supporting him and shit?
A lot of them had that shit.
That's black shit though.
It is.
You think Big Mama would be voting for Trump? Get the fuck out of here, man. All right. Because everybody had a Big Mama in their family, right?
A Nana, Big Mama, all that.
They the main ones that would be going against this shit. And she say that's what they used to call her grandmother, I think. And you sending money to Trump? I mean, you believe so much, you digging in the pocketbook and shit.
Hell yeah.
Man, that's crazy shit, dog.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That's why I like.
Big Mama is no longer on this earth. She probably turned over in her grave right about now.
Man, a bunch of them would. That's why I like listening to Killer Mike and David Banner.
Yeah.
Them two brothers right there, man. I love how they talk.
Speaking of David Banner, he said some shit that was pretty enlightening about religion, where he was talking about Christianity, and he said, why should black people believe anything that white people gave to them?
Oh yeah,
because white people is who gave us Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when you really think about it, that shit makes sense.
It do.
We damn near should choose some other religion just because them motherfuckers came with it. Because you can obviously see that the Bible is trying to, in certain parts with the way they wrote the shit, not the writing so much as what they portray off of the writing. For instance, the portrayal of Jesus, white and with blue eyes, and that's not the description that's in the Bible.
Right.
So that kind of fits with what David Banner kind of saying now.
That's when Nat Turner when he got pissed off. Y'all had me reading all these scriptures to these slaves. Oh yeah, if he believe it, then he black. We go to fire. Man, he got to read deeper in that Bible. Got a band of black folks with the slaves with to kill all the white folks. He died.
You don't want to piss that nigga off. That nigga killed everybody.
He killed everybody. He died at the end, but he stood on something. And that's the problem. These days, bro, we don't stand on enough, and I think it's kind of over with.
Everybody's striving to be white.
Right.
Soon as they give you the opportunity to be white, you all in. Now, remember back in the day, if you had, what was it, the percentage of black you had to have in it, and if you had it, you was a nigga. Remember that shit?
What the number is,
where now they trying to put it where you can say you're mixed and you know what that is?
Yeah.
It's the same thing they did with the Italians and the Irish, because remember, they didn't like them either. But when they needed a majority of white people, well, now the Jews can be white, the Italians can be white. All these people, they still hate the Jews right now.
Exactly.
You know, but they'll let all these people in just so they can keep the majority. But if you look at it, they ain't let a Jew be a president here yet. And a few of them will run, but they ain't let it happen yet. But they want your vote over there for their bullshit. And everybody, and watch, soon as they let mixed people choose which race, black or white, they gonna choose white because they want to be in there, and then that white folks gonna get some more votes. They gonna always manipulate the shit to get some more votes.
But that was, if you go back to Nick and Amber and Nicki Minaj and all these Waka Flocka and Chili, just to our previous discussion in our last podcast where we was talking about people being obligated, are they obligated to speak up? So if you, these people, Nicki and Nick and all these people, who is the majority race that's buying your product?
Oh, well, she finished
watching your show.
She finished using niggas now,
that's
though.
going to your concert.
She got her bag.
Yeah.
So now she finished with niggas now.
When the niggas were buying your stuff, you was okay advocating for them. But now that you don't really need niggas, you done moved over here to the white man.
We were more together in the 60s because we pulled together more.
Well, at that point, you didn't have no option, though.
Right.
See, now, they'll take an occasional nigga, like a Tim Scott, to do their little thing they doing. Back then, they wasn't allowing no niggas to come on their side,
but
right?
It's like, what's his name? Who said this, the comedian? Should have never gave you niggas money. Once you give some niggas some money.
Oh, I said that on one of the past things.
It's that. So now they different. And I say, black people ain't going to get out of their own problems until we become a problem. But the days of us becoming a problem, it's like it's over.
Yeah.
Because of the separation, we don't look at each other the same. We rather look at you like this than look at you like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue.
But the good thing is, for every Nick Cannon, you got a D.L. Hughley.
Dave Chappelle.
There you go.
Chili, you got a Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
For every Amber Rose, you got a Roland Martin.
Yeah.
You got people that's really
Roland Martin, my classmate, by the way, Jack Yates.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
He name dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Name dropping
Yeah,
shit.
especially when you got somebody fly like Roland on
Do you know him, Roland?
He didn't know me. And I didn't know him either back then, but I know the motherfucker now. And the motherfucker is on point, boy. That motherfucker is sharp.
He is sharp. I think he went at Stephen A. Smith on some shit not too long ago. Didn't he do that?
That's JY shit.
He probably the only sharp one that come from JY.
That's JY shit. You heard him rolling? This motherfucker.
I say Roland. I say you the only
but
sharp
you
one.
trying to say like if he was at a sharper school, he might have been at the bottom and shit. You heard that, Roland? This motherfucker here. Rolling on.
I like Roland.
I do too.
I like Roland too. We saw him at a basketball game, all of us. At the Rockets game that time.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
We sure did.
So,
that's what people could afford. That's people could cover, you know. Everybody hug.
Yeah. So, how y'all feel about people boycotting the TLC concert?